I'm John Bowden, Managing Director at Atec Engineering Solutions. We started our net zero journey about 2 years ago. Initially, the drive to do that was we want to do the right thing. And we got to a point where we started to have some kind of challenges. So initially we reached out to Make UK and they put us in touch with Inspired Energy, who came on site, gave us an introduction to the company, told us how they went about helping businesses like us who lack that specialist knowledge. And we agreed basically for them to come in and do a piece of work.
So Inspired plc are an energy and carbon consultancy based in the UK, supporting all different sectors. As a company, we support businesses with a range of consultancy services, ranging from ripping meters out, putting new meters in, through to energy buy-in, reduction of energy and carbon, creating net zero plans for businesses, and also looking at on-site generation, so how can they become less reliant on the grid.
I think what Inspired did is they explained things to us in, I guess, layman's terms, in a way that we would understand, that would set our journey and provide us with a clear path.
Typically with a net zero project, we'd start by understanding your current impact on the environment, so a baseline for carbon emissions or greenhouse gas emissions for all three scopes. We'd then typically start to understand where the opportunities are to reduce those emissions through practical on-site surveys and advice and review of your supply chain. And then it's time to get the right people around the table in a strategy workshop to start hashing out the plan of what's achievable by when, and how much is it going to cost, and what could the competitive advantage look like for your business. And then really the outcome thereafter is your documented plan, your strategy, your timeline, and the key milestones you need to hit along that way in order to achieve net zero. A lot of the work we do with our customers is first of all helping them engage their internal workforce and bring up their understanding of the difference between net zero and carbon neutrality.
What Inspired helped us do was concentrate on the stuff that we needed to focus on first. They just explained the really practical side of what net zero looked like. There's a little bit of investment, but again, looking at the report, the payback is less than 2 years. So there's lots and lots of relative small tasks that are easy wins for us, and the majority of the actions that came out of the report are those things. So they're easily deliverable within a relatively short time period, and they'll save the business both money, but also put us on a really good path in terms of carbon footprint. I think we can speak with some confidence now that we know where we're going, and we can measure ourselves to know we're on track. So it does put us at a competitive advantage to people who are maybe not as far on the journey as we are. I feel we're ahead of the curve for most SMEs. I would kind of implore that SMEs, take this opportunity to advance their business.